Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here, and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. Brand new season, really fired up about it, and also to announce that we are in a partnership with SB Nation. What does that mean? Basically, B-Ball Breakdown on steroids. We're going to have lots of access to new content and higher quality stuff, so strap yourselves in, sports fans. It's going to be a great ride this year. So don't miss that. Don't miss our brand new show, the Effin' Fantasy Show, every Sunday while we go over all the newest and latest things in fantasy basketball for the NBA. If you want to win your league, you better watch the show. Well, if you're a basketball coach out there, check out crossover.com because they have a really cool thing where you can upload stuff and they'll break it down for you and cut it all up and do stats. So check that out. I just noticed that and want to make sure you guys see that. Well, let's talk about the Boston Celtics versus the Miami Heat from the first day of the season. My first impression of the Heat, well, they're the NBA champions, defending champions, and they just got better with both Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis. So the Celtics added a lot of new players this year, and they're going to take some time to gel. There are some things that they can do, and they should be able to challenge the Heat, but with a healthy Chris Bosh, there is no way for Kevin Garnett to have the advantage in the post at the center spot like he did last year. The Celtics started out looking a little rough on their first offensive possession of the season. I can't quite tell what's happening here, but maybe a double screen. But Paul Pierce should cut to the basket and clear out. Instead, he goes up and brings his man back up in the way, and the Heat can recover and swarm. Now watch this. You'll see 5 Heat players around the ball under the basket with only 2 Celtic players around. You'd think the Celtics would get back on defense, but no, the Heat run out 3-on-3. That becomes in transition a quick swing pass for a wide open 3 for Battier. Not a good way to start your season. And what worked for the Celtics by having KG play the center position in the playoffs last year is not going to work against a healthy Bosh this year. The Heat defense pressured the Celtic offense all night long, and when Pierce tries to go to his go-to post-up on the free throw line, there's Dwayne Wade doubling, but watch him walk around out there and not rotate, giving the Celtics an open jumper. And Boston might have also found a Dwayne Wade stopper. Courtney Lee made Wade take some very tough shots all night long. The Celtics chose to go underneath the screens for LeBron James and give him a jump shot, and LeBron made them pay quite a bit. And the thing that should scare most teams is LeBron posting up. It took him almost 5 minutes to get him to the post, but when he did, it yielded very good results. And Dwayne Wade wasn't matching his teammates' intensity on defense. He doesn't try and get around that screen at all, and now he has to guard a much bigger, much stronger Bass in the post, and there are the results. Against the Heat, you have to make the little plays, and here, Jared Sullinger lets Dwayne Wade take the ball out of his hands, and watch him when he guards Chris Bosh in the post. His position is really good right now, but then he lets his guard down and lets Chris Bosh beat him over the top, and that's going to be a score every time. And on a switch, Sullinger has to play LeBron James on the wing, who goes right at him. He actually plays really good defense and forces a tough shot, but that's LeBron James. Sullinger is also a little bit slow, but he can make up for it by being smart. Here he contests that shot and doesn't foul and gets the rebound. Keep your eye on Sully the whole time. He's aggressive, he's energetic, he rotates and he runs hard to stop the penetration, and they get the shot they want, a Haslam jumper. On the ensuing fast break, Rondo gets stuck in the air, and there's Sullinger hustling down to get a dunk. Heat fans were excited to see Ray Allen's first 3, but watch Jason Terry get completely turned around and not know where he is. How can you do that on Ray Allen? Next up, let's look at Jeff Green. Celtics fans are really excited because he's back and they think he's going to provide a lot of good help. I'm really excited that he got through his heart procedure and he's competing at a high level again. That's really great for him. However, he's still up to the same shenanigans he used to do that we focused on in the past for the Celtics and the Thunder, and I'm going to show you why he's probably going to end up hurting the Celtics a lot more than he helps. Boston wants to go under screens for LeBron, but look at the poor effort to give LeBron a wide open 18-footer. In a 2-for-1 situation with Pierce, Rondo, KG, and Terry in there, it's Jeff Green who goes and misses that awful shot. Ironically, the same situation, and if you go to the hoop against the Heat, you better bring it, and man, was that embarrassing of a block. And here comes LeBron. Nobody picks him up, primarily because Ray Allen was running and they're concerned about him. And look how much room Jeff Green has to simply step up and continue playing defense. He just runs and hides under the screen. And when your man screens and you hedge, you're supposed to slow the man and turn him a little bit so the defense has a chance. His footwork has always been suspect, and this traveling turnover was crucial in the third quarter when the Heat took over the game. And Doc Rivers has a problem when he plays Terry and Rondo together because that means Rondo has to guard Wade, who will take him down low. He is simply not strong enough to be able to guard him, and even if he doesn't get the ball down low in the post, Wade can hurt the Celtics with offensive rebounds like this. So they adjusted and had KG double down nicely and rotate, but the problem with that is you're now rotating off of Ray Allen. While he misses this shot, in the long run, it's going to hurt you. And even when the Celtics did a good job of doubling the post and taking away the threat of Dwayne Wade attacking Courtney Lee, it's a lot of energy to expend on the rotation, and when they get into a pick and roll, they have to help off of all people, LeBron James, who gets a wide open three. It's hard to beat them when they're doing that. And same play with Dwayne Wade getting the inside screen this time, and here's the problem the Celtics have. KG can't help off of Chris Bosh, and Paul Pierce doesn't want to help off of LeBron James, so Dwayne Wade gets an and one. And the Heat defense was almost in mid-season form. Watch how they blast the ball handler on the pick and roll, and then they all rotate together with a lot of effort, forcing a deflection out of bounds. In stark contrast, the Celtics defense let the Heat just pass the ball around to each other, getting easy shot after easy shot. And look how much room they're giving Rondo on the perimeter. It makes it almost impossible to feed the post, and guess what? KG gets a 3-second call on him. Unheard of. And here's where it gets almost unfair because the Heat were able to add a player that can take one dribble and knock down a shot like that. And the Heat won the game at the end of the third quarter without LeBron or Wade in there because Chalmers has improved. And look at this step back on KG. And even when Bosh let KG get the ball in the post, he still played outstanding defense, harassing him into misses. So this is not going to be the advantage the Celtics hoped. And the Heat ended this game at the end of the third with Jeff Green making a high school mistake, letting the sideline out of bounds pass go to the low post, and he gets a score. So it's not even worth looking at the fourth quarter because, make no mistake, this was a blowout. And the Celtics made a late run in the fourth quarter with LeBron James out, having cramps or whatever he had. So this was not really a close game, and I don't think that the Heat are going to be challenged very much, at least for the first half of the season, because their core is intact. They've added a couple of complementary players who are veterans who know how to fit in, and man, are they going to fit in well. And you got LeBron James posting up like he started to learn last year and made him champions. So the Celtics have some issues because they can't play Rondo and Jason Terry together, at least not from the way I'm watching it. And unless they can figure out a way of getting a mind meld going, it's going to be a tough thing to have them play together. That said, Jeff Green also needs to kind of figure it out a lot more than he has, and he's been in the league long enough that I have doubts he's ever really going to get how to play the right way. So it should be an interesting season. Lots of stuff happening. James Harden getting traded, and we're going to cover all of that. Don't miss our FN Fantasy show on Sundays at 5:15 Pacific, and lots of great content all season long. Because don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. You win. God, it feels good to say that, doesn't it?